Hello, everyone. My name is Ivonne Lujano. I am the Community Manager and Ambassador in Latin America of the Directory of Open Access Journals. My presentation is titled Ensuring Diversity in Open Access Databases, the DOAJ Ambassador Program Review. What is the Directory of Open Access Journals? Well, we are a list or an index of diverse peer-reviewed open access journals. Our mission is to raise the profile, visibility, and impact of high quality open access journals, regardless of their discipline, geography, or language, or even business model. We have journals that are diamond or gold open access journals. So we are not indexing journals from one model or the other. We want to show the diversity of open access. Our criteria are a global gold standard for open access journal publishing, trusted across the scholarly community. And the standards were used by different organizations to have these high quality standards and evaluate journals across different programs. Our services and metadata are provided completely free and open to all. And currently we have more than 21,400 journals from 136 countries and almost 90 languages. So we are a global index, as I mentioned, and our mission is also to show this diversity in journal publishing. This is an overview of the countries indexed in the DOAJ. As you can see, we are pretty extensive in terms of the coverage, but we also have some challenges. As you can see, for instance, Africa is one of our major challenges and the regions that need more support in terms of the visibility of their journals. So a very brief overview of the history of open access and DOAJ. It was founded in 2003 and then soon became the primary index for open access journals. It was funded with only 300 journals, and as I say, today we index over 21,000 journals. In 2014, as you probably remember, the phenomenon called predatory journals were arising, and so the DOAJ decided to act on this, and the inclusion criteria were extended to ensure only trustworthy journals are indexed. So our criteria were reformed at that time to raise the bar and to only index high quality journals. In 2016, and this is important for this presentation, the DOAJ established the Ambassador Program to support and develop open access journals worldwide, but with a special focus in the Global South or LMIC. Low and middle income countries. From 2020, the DOJ has been integrated into funder on open access policies and workflows worldwide, including government agencies, other systems of information, etc. For 2025 and onwards, our goals are focused on advocate for equity and diversity in open access journal publishing, and this is the goal where the Ambassador Program is relevant. Also, we want to use our trusted position to raise the profile of high quality open access journals and to increase the sustainability and resilience of our service, because we are a nonprofit organization and we rely on the support from the community. A little bit of background of the Ambassador Program. As I said, it was established in 2016 thanks to grant received from the IDRC from Canada, and the goal was to outreach and to do this liaison and connection with communities in the Global South, to index more journals from those underrepresented countries that, as you may know, in some mainstream databases, they are underrepresented because of language or other reasons, and to help process applications from those countries. In 2015, the DOAJ run a reapplication program to ensure that only high-quality journals were indexed. And also ambassadors helped to translate materials into local languages, because as part of our strategic goals of diversity and inclusion, multilingualism is very important for DOAJ. This was the distribution of ambassadors until 2024. As you can see, we had ambassadors for all the over many continents and regions in the world. Um, but this was because the program, as I said at the beginning, was focused on LMICs, but continues to develop organically. And so we at the OAJ decided that the program needed a review to align it with our strategic goals. So this was the team that conducted the review. The review was conducted in 2024, and three of us, Ina, Kamel, and I, were are ambassadors of the DOAJ, and Kat, she's also a community manager for DOAJ. The review was conducted from January to August, and it was done in three phases. First, we conducted a documentary analysis, then participation data collection, and participants included the ambassadors themselves, but also external stakeholders from different organizations. And then we conducted an analysis and a report. You can see in our blog, we posted like a summary of the report. Some of the findings from these stages: 16 ambassadors responded to the survey and participated in the focus groups. Overall, ambassadors reported great success in outreach activities, which were the main focus of their role, despite also having other tasks like translations, as I mentioned. Ambassadors, and this is very, very relevant for our program, they reported benefits from their role for their careers and their professional development. And they've reported also feeling very proud of being part of this program, which is a very strong incentive to continue. Ambassadors also reported unique needs based on their countries, for instance, in terms of language, in terms of digital tools, and etc. Of course, levels of open access or different models of open access are related here to also specific needs. But also we discovered that some communication issues arise, and we are working on that. Some ambassadors also requested to cover nearby regions and requested some support from the DOJ part to attend and to connect with local communities. From the stakeholders part, 14 people from organizations like Crossref, DataSite, and other sister organizations participated in these interviews, and they provided us with their comments, suggestions to improve the program. In terms of recruiting and training, they suggested to have an open call and be more transparent in terms of the recruitment process, to clearly set expectations and responsibilities for the ambassadors, and consider partnering with institutions that may support not only the ambassador but the DOAJ at all, and especially from Africa, for instance. They created to create a centralized hub for materials that can be used by the ambassadors or the community. Also, they suggested to have or host more webinars, especially with a regional focus, to keep supporting multilingualism, because they see this as a very important and key strategy for the OAJ for continuing promoting open access globally, to define and explain regional or country coverage, especially because they highlighted that some regions are undercovered, where other regions like North America or the US or Russia were not necessarily part of the strategic goals. And to have a project based for the ambassadors for funding and compensation from and also they suggested to have partnerships to fund the program. So some of the outcomes when considering the review, we had to maintain a balance between providing the right support and ensuring the necessary resources. So in terms of the coverage, the focus of the ambassador program should be on the Global South or LMICs. And now, as you can see this map, we aspire to cover only LMICs or Global South regions. And as you can see in the dark green, are the countries or regions when we aspire to have more ambassadors. And actually, we are in the process of recruiting ambassadors for the next 12 months in these regions, or especially in Brazil for Latin America, Central and West Africa, and also Ukraine. These are the covering regions before the review. At the top and at the bottom, you see the regions that will no longer covered by the program. This is the new structure of our program. As you can see, a community manager or senior ambassador also will cover Latin America, which is me, myself. And then we have two senior ambassadors. We opened this position to ambassadors, the current ambassadors, and now we have Ina Smith for Africa and MENA region, and Brushali Dandawate for Asia. The job description changed a little bit, and now ambassadors commit their volunteering hours, up to 10 per month, to increase awareness, outreach, and host all these activities that I mentioned, like workshops with journal editors, with librarians, and with researchers, and to act as a liaison between DOJ and these local communities. And that's why we also recruit ambassadors that, of course, speak the local language and English as well. And the ambassadors will have to work in a project-based basis. So, oh, okay. And finally, the DOAJ from 2025 onwards will focus on diamond journals, or will be dedicating resources for supporting this model, because it is especially relevant for LMICs. As you may know, most of the journals in the Global South do not charge any fees to authors or readers, so because they are supported mainly by public agencies. So, and in our list of over 21,000 journals, two-thirds of them do not charge any fees. They are diamond journals. So the ambassador program will help us support this model, because we believe it is a model that uh, is suitable for these regions. So we will be working with the ambassadors to train them and support their activities and their projects to support and help diamond journals to raise their profile, to increase their quality, and so on. So this is all. This is all from my part. Thank you very much for your attention, and please don't hesitate to reach out to me and send me your questions. I will be happy to answer all of them. Thank you very much.